Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a budget check-in for the second week of October. So we will specifically be looking at October 8th through the 15th. If you missed the week one recap, you can go find that video on my channel. But to kick things off today, we are going to be starting with income. My husband and I were both paid on Friday the 14th, and the total amount combined was $3,511.74. That tracks with what we expected. My husband's paycheck was a couple $100 smaller than normal, as this was the paycheck for the beginning of the month where health insurance comes out. But other than that, everything was normal, and as of now, we have not had any other income. Now, looking at savings, I won't be adding anything to this today. I will have 401k contributions going in now that the first pay period has passed, but I don't expect that to show up until probably the middle of next week. So I'll instead wait and add that in for the week 3 recap, more than likely. So let's get into the meat of things for the week, which would be all of the spending that we did. If you'll remember from week 1, our mortgage payment came out on October 2nd, so that is already accounted for. So we will go ahead and look at utilities. Now, this week we only had one bill come out, and that was for our electric and gas, and that was $138.04. Again, this is exactly what we projected. We receive our bill several weeks in advance, so I actually had the bill in September, so could budget very easily for that for the month of October. And then water and sewer will come out later, as will internet. Trash and cell phones we should not be paying for this month, since we pay for those on a more quarterly cycle. Now, looking at food, this is when things are going to get pretty fun for the week. So last week on groceries, we spent $179.33, and I'm not going to lie, that one hurts, but I will say we did buy some extra things at Kroger that are not technically groceries, so things like shampoo, some cleaners for our bathrooms around the house, different things like that that kind of add up the cost that aren't really groceries, but convenience. It's really great to just buy everything in one store instead of also going to like Walmart or Walgreens or what have you. If I really wanted to really drill down, I could obviously pull out the cost of those things to only have, the grocery amount left, but for now, at least, I think I'm just going to leave it lumped in because I honestly just don't want to go in and do the deep dive to pull out those costs and like find the receipt. So 179 from week 2 plus $82 from week 1. Let's add that up really quickly. 179.33 plus 82.34 gives us 261.67 on groceries. So we've already spent a little over half of our grocery budget for the month. I still think it's likely we'll go over 500. I hope not. I hope we'll be like right at or just below. But again, we'll see how things shake out. I think, now that we know we have $240 left for the month, we can, try to be a little more mindful of, maybe some of those extras that we're getting while we're grocery shopping. I do have a sweet tooth, so I'm really bad about throwing extra candy in that we just don't need, honestly. But anyways, our restaurant spend was also just about on par with groceries this week at $177.11. Now, I will say, similarly to groceries, for restaurants this week, we did actually buy a meal for friends who just had a baby, and that total was around $80. So 177 was not us just completely wilding out. 80 of that was for our friends. And then last weekend we did eat out a couple of times. I also went to lunch with my team last Friday. So again, just some extra expenses there. So 177.11 plus 74.30 from the week before gives us a total of 251.41. I'll move that over actually, 251.41, and I'll leave the original 177.11 right there. So as you can see, we are clearly already, we've overspent in the restaurant category, and we've already spent $513 total in the food category for the month, which is just, it's a lot. It's eye-opening, but, food in general right now is just it's so expensive. So we'll keep an eye on that category for sure. Now, looking at transportation, nothing else has been spent over here. Our car insurance hasn't come out, and neither has parking for my husband. So only $97 in gas expenses from last week. Moving on to family and home, the only thing that has come out over here so far was another daycare payment of $307. So in total, that is $614 for the month so far. And then some of these other things will come out the second half of the month, obviously. Subscriptions, Spotify did come out this week. That is also $10.59. And then we also had Sling that has already come out, and that was $48.76. So in this category, we've spent right at $70, and the only things we have left are Netflix and Hulu. So should track normally for that this month. And then looking at loans, our car payment did come out on Friday the 14th. Again, that's a fixed expense, so $438.90 for that, which we knew. And then in this last category, we had a couple of things. So our daughter, she got sick this week, so we did have a copay at the doctor's office. That was $20. And then we also had a couple miscellaneous items that we purchased as well, to the tune of $78.15. I'd say about half of that was a Halloween costume for our baby, which it's very cute. I'm very excited for Halloween. She's going to look just adorable. So far in this category, we're at $183.50 for the month, and can obviously flex that if we need to. Like, we might not put $250 towards vacation, or we might do a little less discretionary spending. Haven't sorted that out just yet, but we'll keep an eye on that as well. So then, as you can see down here in the summary section, our total that we've actually spent so far through the first half of the month is $3,873. So we definitely still are tracking towards spending $7,000 for the month. I really do think we will be right on target. I think we will likely come in just under $7,000, but again, it's nice that we do have a $439 buffer from what we projected we were going to spend. So even if we go over, we will be okay ultimately. But it is good just to keep an eye on your spend, so that you can kind of catch things and say, like, okay, maybe we need to either budget higher in this category next month, or be more mindful and, kind of rein in our spending. So that's where we're currently at, halfway through the month. Tune in next weekend, because week 3 is coming, and hopefully it goes well. All right. See you guys.